What is up, everyone? It is Derek Vandalinder here, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to manage your Sharkfin trade. So that's important because there's different ways on how I manage my Sharkfin trade, okay? So, like I said, I've been kind of preaching being discretionary within your trading, and that's important because I use that in how I manage my trades. So I want to thank you guys for being here. After this video, you should have everything that you need to know on how to manage your Sharkfin trade. So let's get started here. So what is trade management in the Forex market? Trade management refers to everything a trader actively does after a trade is executed to maximize the potential profit and minimize the risk. A lot of people are terrible trade managers, and when you learn how to manage your trades, you're going to come out so much better, okay? And this is something that you really need to learn and adapt to. So in my strategy, I use a very specific form of trade management. I typically will protect my position by putting my stop loss and profit as we hit key areas in the market. So Sharkfin trade management for when there is no high in sight. So when we are taking a trade at the very top, we have a nice Sharkfin and you decide to take a short based on solid confluence in the market. When you look left, you see a pretty decent area of support. When the trade you are taking hits that support, you will place your stop loss in profit. So let me show you an example right here. So as you can see right here, let's say that I am holding my trade due to the most previous structure in the market, which would be right here. This trend line right here, this area is the most previous structure. So that's where I'm going to put my take profit, okay? So and this is my stop loss again, like in the last video, 99% of the time, my stop loss is going to be between the 1.127 and the 1.272. So that's where my stop loss is. I have my take profit ready. Now, when the market comes down to this level, right in here, because this is obviously a clear level of resistance, or resistance that will now turn to support if it comes down to this level. So we want to take note in that. That's obviously a key area that we want to be watching for. So as the market comes down to here, this is what I'm waiting for. And I 99% of the time, I'm already going to have my stop loss in profit break even right here. As it hits this level, I want to make sure that my stop loss is definitely in profit, and we may have a small win if the market decides to reverse off of that level, okay? So my stop loss after it hit this point is now in take profit, and that way we have a risk-free trade, okay? So obviously, market just did exactly what it's supposed to do. We had the beautiful Sharkfin off this key confluence area, and market continue to rose. So that's exactly how I manage my trades on every type of trade. And of course, we'll go over this on every type of scenario. When you take a Sharkfin and have a lower high, you will use the key areas in the market to protect your trade. That these are often going to be discretionary moves, okay? So in this case, I would place my stop loss as the market hits the 50 moving average. So let me show you an example. So right here, the 50 moving average is oftentimes, it will reverse off that level. Now we have this Sharkfin off of the 200 moving average, also a trend line right here, pretty freaking easy trade. We got the trend line, 200 moving average, wicking off the 200 moving average. So we're obviously going to short this trade right here. Now, when it hits this level, now I know we're making a lower low, but when it hits this level, because we have this area of structure in here and the 50 moving average, I'm going to put my stop loss in profit, as you can see right here. So as it hits that level, stop loss is now in profit. I am protecting my trade in case it reverses off that 50 moving average. Now, again, this is just protecting ourselves from getting taken out of a trade that may go against us. It's minimizing our risk, okay? So as you can see, market does what it was supposed to do and just continue to drop. But we always want to take note that we do have that that stop loss in profit, it makes you have more, at least makes me have more clear mind knowing that, hey, my trade is safe. And if I don't want to have to be watching this the whole time. If it comes up and hits my stop loss, whatever, it's not a big deal. Risk-free trade, okay? So let's say that there is no previous low in sight. So we're taking a trade at the very bottom. We have a nice Sharkfin, and you decide to take a buy based on a solid confluence in the market. When you look left, you see a pretty decent area of resistance. When the trade you're taking hits that resistance, you will place your stop loss in profit. Okay? So right here, we have a very beautiful Sharkfin. If we look left, we had resistance, and this is just hypothetical right here talking, but I'm sure this is why this is marked up the way it is. So we have this Sharkfin off this level for that reason. Obviously, beautiful Sharkfin, way below the 25. We're on structure right here. I'm going to place my stop loss, as you can see, between the 1.27 and the 1.272, okay? And when the market comes up to this region right here, I am going to put my stop loss in profit. And the reason is because we have this very clear level that has been rejected, and it was rejected off this wick especially, and that's important because oftentimes when an area gets to a wick like that, after it reverses back into the market, we'll see rejection there. So as price hits this wick right here, the current previous low support right in there, as it hits that, turns resistance, my stop loss is in profit in case it doesn't break this level. So as you can see, my take profit was the nearest previous structure right here, which was right here. Market came exactly to that point before it started to reverse, and my take profit was in profit, you know, obviously, but I would have already had my take profit hit. And if I didn't, my take profit is in profit and it comes back down, risk-free trade, not going to lose money, okay? Sharkfin trade management when there is a previous low in sight. So when you take a Sharkfin, we have a higher high. You will use the key areas in the market to protect your trade. These are often discretionary. In this next case, I would place my stop in profit as the market hits the most previous retracement wick. So as you can see right here, we have a trend line. We have a Sharkfin off of this level. I'm going to take this trade based on that. We're on the 200 moving average. Beautiful trade setup right here. So this is my take profit. My take profit is the nearest previous high in this case. We have a Sharkfin in the trending move right here. So my take profit's going to be at the closest previous high, and that's right here. So as price hit, if I look left and I see all these areas where price is being rejected on this level, I put my stop loss in profit as price hits this level, okay? So stop loss will now be in profit as it hits that level right there. So it didn't come back down, but my stop loss would be in profit right there. So I would have my trade set up protected if it does choose to come back down and continue to drop, which it can totally do that. So you just want to be protected after you're already in profit. Because the reason we're taking these trades is because we think that with this confluence, the market's gonna do what it's supposed to do. But there's gonna be those times where it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and you need to protect yourself in case you are in profit. And it will happen. There'll be the times where, you know, you're in a good amount of profit and the market decides to reverse for a different type of reason. You just want to make sure that it comes down, hits your stop loss, and profit. You're protected. So you should have a clear answer on why I do that, because I explained it pretty well in this video. You just got to be discretionary with it. You got to look left. You got to be smart, and you have to have common sense. I think so many people lack it in the industry by not really paying attention to what matters. And the crazy thing is the way that we as humans pick up knowledge. There's only so much knowledge we can pick up. So subconsciously, we do see that most of the times. Now, this is where you need to tap into your subconscious and realize these types of things. Realize that okay, this makes sense to why I should be out of the trade. So let's say that we have a Sharkfin or something, but a very clear resistance level, or all of a sudden a trend line that we might have not seen, or anything that could give us a reason to why we should exit that trade. It's very important to look at the market and manage what's going on the chart. There's too many people that set up something and just based on what they see, and they're not looking at what's actually on the chart. Sometimes I do it too. Oftentimes I'll miss, maybe like a shark or a trend line or something that I didn't recognize because I didn't pay enough attention to what was going on the chart. But you want to have that common sense to protect yourself on areas where the market rejected very clearly. Okay, and this is just going to save you. This is going to save your account. It's going to save you from taking these losses if the market does reverse against you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a clear understanding on how I manage my Sharkfin trades, how I do my stop loss and take profit. Please comment below. I love seeing it. Reach out to me. I'll help you with anything that you need for the most part. I am getting tons and tons of questions, but honestly, they're more statements telling me how they understand what I'm giving them. But I can see in these take profit and stop loss videos on where you might be confused because it is a little discretionary. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll answer you the best that I can. Comment below. That would be the best thing so that I can answer and everyone can see it. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's going to be so much value provided, and I haven't even announced even close to the biggest things that I'm going to be doing. So very excited. And now we're going to learn on what the hidden divergence move is, and I'm very excited about that because I think the hidden divergence is probably our easiest trade to recognize. And it's also it's very straightforward. But what I really like about it is you're going to get better risk to reward ratio on hidden divergence moves than you are on Sharkfins. And the cool thing is you pretty much know exactly where you're supposed to enter and what not. So stay alert and make sure that you are really going all in on these videos if you really want to be successful. There's too many people that don't go all in, and I'm sorry, but you're just not going to be successful. I went hard as balls when I first started and still continually go hard as balls. So if you want this profit, you need to go as hard as I am because this is a tough industry. I'm making it a lot simpler, but it's a tough industry. So there's always going to be things that you can learn. I'm still learning, and I'm always challenging myself to learn. So make sure that you are doing that, and we're going to see you in that hidden divergence video. You guys better be ready because this is a brilliant setup right here. Always awesome. All right, we'll see you guys.
Be pulling up. Remember they said I'm not good enough. I took all the energy, turned it to greatness. Now look at my life, man, it's looking amazing.